How's it going, everybody? I've got a special one for you today. I am up here in the woods and I set up a buffet line for the deer with some leftover veggies from the fridge. I've got carrots, I've got zucchini, I've got cabbage, I've got blueberries, and I've got green onion, as well as some apples and corn. I know deer like corn. I know deer like apples. Most people know that. I don't know if they like cabbage. I don't know if they like zucchini. I don't know if they'll even touch carrots. I doubt they touch the green onions because they don't eat ramps, but I mean, who knows? I've been surprised before. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of interested to see what they go after. I am going to predict maybe they'll try the apples first before the corn, but stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And here's the first visitor. We have a young buck. Looks to be probably a year old. And here's visitor number 2 coming in on the far right. Looks like so far the buck's only interested in the corn. We'll see what some of the other deer go after. And here's group number 2 right at dusk. As you can see, one of them went straight for the corn, and the other 2 are kind of taking inventory, trying to figure out what's going on, because obviously this isn't an everyday thing for them. Yeah, they're kind of spooked by the pile of apples and the head of cabbage, I guess. She doesn't like sharing with the other does, apparently. Looks like that buck came back, and interestingly, he went for the apples this time. He is back yet again at the corn. He got his sweet tooth fix, I guess, and now he's back to the good stuff. And the party's starting. We got 2 different groups coming in. I think they're checking each other out, as well as trying to figure out where this big pile of food came from. And, one in the front there doesn't really want anything to do with that pile of apples. And there is the first interest in the cabbage, while one of them just keeps on working on that corn pile. They are really not a fan of that head of cabbage. It just, I don't know, it creeps them out or something. They definitely don't want to share, that's for sure. All right, she worked her way from the corn pile over to the apples. So far, the focus is mostly on corn, but they are getting a taste of the sweet tooth every once in a while. The infamous feeder going off. I had to change my feeding times to nighttime because I have a flock of like 30 turkey that just come through and eat everything that I put out for the deer. So it's kind of a different tactic, but it does keep the birds off. Doesn't take them long to come back though. Usually they just run about 10 yards and just wait for it to stop. I don't blame them. That feeder scares me too. And we had a little stare off here, and now this dude comes out of nowhere. And little buck and chases off the other deer. And it looks like he's going to go for the corn as well. Smaller deer's trying to get a quick bite in while he's not paying them any mind. I can't tell if it's a button buck or a doe, but oh yeah, there's the stare. Yep. Some raccoons have joined the party. And now looks like the raccoons are having their own little party. Oh, nope. Deer hanging out nearby. I love watching the interactions between the different species. Like, you can tell they obviously know each other's there, but they're trying to judge each other's aggressiveness, I guess. Yeah, like they're giving the, "You gonna be cool, bro?" Look. The raccoon's just not comfortable being that close. I don't blame them. I've seen does absolutely stomp the raccoons before. Looks like corn is definitely the fan favorite so far, especially for the deer. The raccoon are just trying to test everything, I feel like. Oh, I got it. Oh, which way? Oh, the sticks. Oh, I'll run this way. Guy panicked after he grabbed that apple. And wow, corn I think definitely takes the W here. Yeah, they have just about completely disintegrated that pile of corn. The apples, I mean, they've touched a little bit, but yeah, they've wiped out the corn. watch, watch the way they eat these apples. This absolutely like blows my mind. I guess I should expect it, but yeah, they eat the whole thing all at once. They just kind of smash it in their mouth until they can swallow it. That is wild. He's not as practiced in the art of eating a whole apple at once. And there is the "I'll mess you up" stare. He's got a big attitude, that's for sure. Now, what in the world? That was a wild stretch. And then apparently he scared himself by stepping on the apples and rolling a couple down the hill. stranger danger. Those eyes on the right, I'm fairly certain, are a red fox that has a den on the hill below the feeder. It's mating season, so they are very active. I've seen him on camera constantly just running past. And when it snowed, his paw prints were all over the logs. I sped it up through here just to kind of show how the raccoons like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They didn't really stick to one thing. They just kind of went around testing out everything, seeing what tasted good, what didn't taste good, and I think they finally kind of zoned in on the apples. This guy's putting on a show. He chews with his mouth open. The old trash pandas are definitely entertaining. It is morning and a few whitetails have come in. Obviously the corn is completely gone. It's as if that pile was never there, and looks like they've done a number to the apples as well. I'd say there's probably half, maybe a little less left. And she's checking out the zucchini, but that's the first time anything's really paid attention to it. But yeah, no go. Didn't like it. Back to the apples. I'm surprised nothing's touched the carrots. Honestly, I was kind of skeptical on the green onion. I didn't think anything would go after it, but the cabbage and the carrots, I'm actually surprised. This is a shed buck. I believe he was an 8-point that was hanging around the house. Still a young deer, but he's more filled out than the yearlings that we've seen so far in the video. Check out my shorts if you want to see more videos of these bucks running around, especially before they lost their antlers. I had a lot of footage of them. Oh yeah, the cabbage roll. The headed cabbage just, they don't seem to like that. It sketches them out. I am excited to see how this buck grows antlers this year. He's got some muscle mass to him, so hopefully he shows his potential this year. And a fox squirrel has come to hang out. That's a big squirrel. And here's the first bunch of the pod. I think these are Jake's. They're annoying. I started getting videos of them literally like rushing the feeder whenever it would go off, so I had to switch to feeding at nighttime to keep the deer happy. But yeah, that seems to have helped, but they still make an appearance about once every couple days, it seems like, just checking to see if there's anything left over. Alright, I was wondering when she would show up. The doe on the left, she was actually hit by a car a couple years ago, and I didn't think she was going to make it. You can tell she kind of walks a little bit weird. She waddles. Her hips kind of look strange. I think when the car hit her, it broke her back legs, or her hips, one or the other. It did some permanent damage because she can't flag her tail anymore. But she's doing alright. The fawn on the right is actually hers. She had a fawn this year, and they communicate a little bit differently. I've rarely ever seen that fawn flag her tail. It's as if she picked up from her mom that tail flagging doesn't mean danger for whatever reason. Also, the doe on the left that was hit by the car, she has a weird way of showing her aggression. Obviously, she can't fight by standing on her back legs, but she snaps her teeth at the other deer as like a stay away or I'll bite you. I actually have a video of her doing that to a young buck, snapping her teeth and then retreating after she realized he wasn't going to back down. It's in my short clips. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but check it out. It's interesting. So we're back in the woods. It's been about 3 days since I put out the buffet line for the deer, and interesting results. Yeah, I didn't expect them to eat the green onion. That really hasn't been touched. I did, however, expect them to touch the cabbage, but something rolled it down the hill down there. Not sure what. Maybe we'll see in the footage. But it was untouched. There's not a bite out of it. I'm not sure why they rolled it down the hill. They have something. Did some work on the zucchini. It seems like they ate the yellow one, but not the green ones, which is kind of weird. It looks like they took a bite out of this one, but they just didn't like the taste. They picked all of the blueberries out of the carrots, and those are completely gone. But they left the carrots. That surprised me. I thought they might actually eat carrots. And yeah, the apples and corn, there is absolutely no inkling that it even existed. That was about, I'd say probably 30 pounds of apples gone in 2 days. So yeah, they were hungry. Should be some interesting footage. We'll see what it looks like, but pretty excited to review it. Hopefully y'all saw what happened before in the edits. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And if you have an idea for something else, yeah, Falcon got a dove or something right here. If you have an idea for another video, just post it in the comments. Subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, or if you just like wildlife videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next ones. Hey, I just want to jump in real quick, everybody, and say I appreciate all the support. The channel's pretty new. It's only been around a few months, and we just hit 1,000 subs, which might not seem like a lot to some, but it means the world to me. I am going to post a link to a local woodworking shop, make some really cool stuff. Some of the wood in the projects was actually taken off of my property. It was problematic trees that were getting ready to fall. We actually took them down and then took them to the sawmill and made planks out of them, and it's really cool stuff. Please check it out. And if you made it this far into the video, you're a legend. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.